Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we're looking at creative ideas. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 7th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success. The president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, a best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, is going to be released shortly. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. Now, this podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan, and trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is kiniita, kiniita. Remember, these are very informal phrases. Kiniita. Are you interested? Do you like it? Kiniita. You might be looking at some jewelry, perhaps, and your friend might say, kiniita. Did that get your, did that pique your interest? Did you like it? Is that your taste? Do you like that? Kiniita. 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 You'd never say that to a client. If you want to ask a client something like that, you might say, Go kyoumi arimasu ka? Go kyoumi arimasu ka? Do you have an interest? Something like that. But kiniita, very informal, but it's fine amongst friends. Kiniita, kiniita, kiniita. This is episode number 423. Today we're talking about the creative idea journey within companies. People are very creative, although many would not describe themselves that way. This is often the case because the environment they have experienced has been unfriendly toward innovation. Had they been given the right opportunity to be creative, then a lot of excellent previously untapped ideas would have come forth. In firms, we do have idea sessions and sometimes even specific brainstorming sessions, but it is rare that these actually produce anything other than a major hole in our calendar. Or sometimes we have the opposite problem. There are some really good ideas generated, and then nothing is ever done with them. They duly join all the other great but wasted dead-on-arrival ideas in the communal graveyard for corporate innovation. Even if the leaders have done a good job and create a culture favouring innovation, there are still many leagues to travel before any of these ideas ever see their application light of day. Ideas start individually. The stimulation for the idea can come from anywhere, and firms' motivated idea generators are often constantly accumulating knowledge and tapping into networks seeking glimmers and sparks for ideas. The bigger the networks and the broader the spread of attention, the more likely inspiration will strike. We all want more creativity in our companies, which is good. However, ask yourself, what quality and quantity of networks are we assisting our team members to tap into to spur new ideas? Ideas need careful cultivation. Firstly, we need to have staff sufficiently engaged to care, to make things better around here. That statement may eliminate a large chunk of the population right there. Consistent engagement survey numbers in Japan place the highly engaged category in the 5 to 7% range, which means the rest of the crew may be lukewarm about making any efforts to generate great ideas. If you are turning up for the monthly pay packet, genius idea generation excitement may not be on your horizon. The engaged person coming up with the idea will still need to have a clear understanding of the purpose of their work and the company's direction. Are the bosses in your company doing a good enough job communicating the why? If we suddenly called the youngest, most junior staff, would they know what was the firm's purpose? There is no point in building a better mousetrap if the company's strategy has pivoted all the attention and investment to cat breeding as the central business model. These engaged staff must also feel encouraged to step outside their comfort zone and try something new. Why would they feel like that? What are the senior leadership team doing on a daily basis to inculcate that type of take risks in innovation culture in the organization? Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Now, today's show is brought to you by, on the 3rd of August, we're doing Getting Results Without Authority. On the 6th of August, doing Innovation. 24th of August, Innovation Leadership. And 8th of September, we're doing Negotiations. Our website is www.dale, D-A-L-E Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 for you there at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, as well as my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, we have Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. The way the leaders communicate about new ideas, and particularly how they treat others who've gone down the innovation road, is the clear proof would-be creators are watching like hawks. They have to be competent, smart people in the first place to come up with worthwhile ideas. There are poseurs, dilettantes, and wannabes invading the field of firm idea generation. They may be the Dunning-Kruger poster children in the team who believe they are smarter and more capable than they actually are, and whose ideas are worthless. This is tricky because the leaders have to accept there will be both wheat and chaff involved in the idea generation effort. If smart people see that even not so smart people are encouraged to come up with ideas, they are likely to become braver and more confident about pushing their own genius ideas forward. The idea still needs journey sponsors. Others inside the company have to be able to see the idea's potential. Often there will be some form of collaboration to redirect the idea, expand it, shrink it, wrangle it, and tweak it in a way which makes it more applicable for the business to pursue. Imagining you can swan up to senior management with your shiny idea without having gone through a harmonization process down in the belly of the machine is usually wishful thinking. You need allies, promoters, and mentors. Idea champions must emerge to shepherd the idea up the decision-making chain. This sounds easy, except that most bosses are massively time poor and have very short concentration spans for anything other than what they need to be working on. Their lives are a hapless series of meetings from dawn until late at night, with rabid emailing crushed into the gaps. There's also the problem of idea pirates boarding ship and stealing the idea for their own career acceleration. Many a subordinate has seen the boss showcase their idea as if it was their own as they ingratiate themselves with the senior executives. You remain invisible, but your boss is celebrated, rewarded, and promoted. Selling ideas to senior management can be a fraught exercise, depending on the company's situation. If the company's losing money, there is little appetite for anything but firing people and slashing and burning their way out of trouble. Ideas require investments of time, human resources, and cash in most cases, all of which are generally in short supply at the best of times. Having a great idea at the wrong time isn't helpful. Microsoft launched their Microsoft tablet a decade ahead of Steve Jobs' iPad. And in 2004, they launched their Microsoft Spot watch. Again, many years ahead of Apple's iWatch 2015 debut. Both Microsoft products failed, but both proved great successes for Apple. Timing. Having an express lane created for good ideas makes a lot of sense. Getting smart ideas in the front of the top people is key. Being able to shepherd good ideas through the firm's convoluted internal systems is a differential advantage. Skipping layers, however, is a political minefield in silo land. But if the express lane is there, then blocker, megalomaniac, middle management bosses can be cleared in a single bound, like a running back over a linebacker. So, do you have such an express lane for good, new ideas in your company? The ideas are there, hidden away perhaps, but they are there. The leader's job is to usher them forth and up the decision-making chain of command until they become a reality. The boss cohort's inability to apply ideas is one of the great white-collar crimes of leadership in the modern era. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Take what you found valuable, immediately put into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. Be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.